Made it home. Got a lot to do today. Polytunnels look good from here, don't they? Looks like one of them's leaning, the big one at the back looks like it's leaning. Maybe the earth's going, never mind. Anyway, got new neighbours last night. Been very noisy. Don't think they like being moved. But yeah, a good walk. Lovely and refreshing. The time to go home. Hi everyone, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. It's lovely to have you here. Hope you're all doing well and hope you're all managing in this heat. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. The temperature on the yard peaked earlier at 40 degrees and I went outside to check on the chickens to see if they were okay, and it was boiling. I couldn't even get down to see where the chickens were. I had to come back in the house. I was out there about 2 minutes and it was just boiling. It was absolutely roasting. So I've not done much really. I'm just sat at the kitchen table and I'm doing some sewing, but I just wanted to show you my floor. I'll just turn you around. My floor is absolutely soaking. It's condensation coming off the cistern and the skirting boards, and look at it, it's just soaking, absolutely soaking. It just goes to show how hot it's been here. I've never seen this before in the 6 summers that I've been here, and it just goes to show how hot it is. I've got this door open and I put a pallet across to keep the chickens out and keep any rats out. I've got my windows open. There you go, I've got my windows open. Do you want to see my tiles? Don't think I've shown you these before. There you go, my little wildlife tiles. I found these in the charity shop for £1. I haven't finished my decorating. My husband's gone off with the wallpaper paste, so I was going to hopefully do that this week. But I thought it might be too hot and that it might just melt on the wall. So yeah, my floors are officially unmoppable. I've been trying to dry it and you know, it just won't dry. It just won't dry at all. But the sun is going from the garden now, so I'm hoping it's going to cool down. It goes about 4 o'clock, 4:15 behind the trees. And then that's it, gone for the day then. So it's been lovely sat in the kitchen, just standing here now, just getting that cross draft between the front and the back. It's lovely. Anyway, I have done a few jobs and I'm going to show you my new water feature, putting my water feature together. I built my brother bought me a little wooden planter for putting bedding plants in, and I've turned it into a water feature, so we're going to have a look at that in a minute. But I just thought I'd show you my sewing as well. I bought a dress ages ago in the charity shop. I'm trying to show you my dress so you know I've got clothes on. Yeah, I bought a dress ages ago in the charity shop and it had these really big bat wing sleeves on it, and it was big and it was horrible. I'm quite a big person at the moment, and it just made me look so fat. So what I've done is I've cut the arms off. So this is what I've done with the sleeves. I've cut around another top, and just got the shape of the sleeves that I wanted. It's a dress that I was wearing earlier, and I've just got to tidy them up, the armholes, and stitch in the side seam. I've also taken off the neckband and made it into a U-shaped neckband. So I've got this thing about collars. I don't like collars. I don't like feeling restricted around my neck. It has got sort of funny little waistband on it, but I'm hoping once it's been ironed it'll be fine, because it did have elastic in it and I've taken the elastic out. These are the pockets that I'm putting in. I'm making these out of the sleeve. The sleeve was that big, you know, it was right down here. It was huge. It just made me look like a mammoth woman. I mean, I'm not massive, but I'm not small either. But yeah, it was horrible. So it only cost me £1. It was only a Primark dress, but the fact that it's linen and cotton, I wanted to keep it and do it up. So I'm just in the process of unpicking where the pockets are going, and then I can get on with the sewing. I'm thinking of doing the neckband by hand, because they always sit better, don't they, when you stitch them by hand rather than on the sewing machine. And I can get a better finish as well if I just like do a French seam round the like a wrap stitch round the sleeves. So that's what I've been doing to keep cool this afternoon. So like I say, I'm going to go outside in a minute and we're going to put the water features together, and I'm going to show you it finished as well towards the end of the video. We're also going to have a little look as well and see how the garden fared with all the heat. I'm wilting. I'm in as little amount of clothes as I can realistically put on. This dress, incidentally, my husband bought it for me years ago. I've had it for 20 years maybe. It just keeps going and going, but it's cotton. I've cut out the lining, and yeah, I just try to make clothes comfortable. I never end up selling them on or putting them in the charity shop. They're never fit to do that when I've finished with them. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do now. The temperature on the yard at the moment I think has come back down to about 36 now the sun's disappeared, so it's a little bit more bearable. But that cross draft, just sitting in this chair, the rest of the house is boiling hot, but just sitting here in this chair is lovely and cool. So I'm going to carry on with my dress. I'll show you it when it's finished, and we'll go down outside, make the water feature, and then we'll have a look in the garden later when the garden's cooled down. So I'll see you outside in a bit. I'm in a bit of a make do and mend mood at the moment, and I found this in the garage. It was what my brother bought me a couple of years ago. It's one of those wishing wells. He bought it for me for Christmas a couple of years ago. So it needs a good clean up because it was kept in the garden for a while. But I thought I'd turn it into a water feature. It has a little basket on the top, and I'm going to put plastic in that and fill it with water. Put plastic over the edges as well. And then that then will let the water through, and then the bottom of it is like a hexagonal shape. So I'm going to put that together, fill it with water, put some plastic in, fill it with water, and make it into a wishing well with plants in. And that should be really nice because I'm going to put it in the new Victory garden, or maybe even outside the back door. Actually, I think I'm going to put it there outside the back door, and it'll be just a nice little water feature in this part of the garden. Right, I'm just going to get my drill and my screws, and then we're going to put it together. I thought I'd just do a quick catch up for you on how the garden fared with the hot weather that we had. Seems to have done okay. I'm just looking round, and I think I lost most of my seed onions, and my leeks look like they could do with a good drink. But other than that, you know, I think everything did okay. I can't. Oh, I know one thing I lost. I lost my squash plants, most of them. But other than that, I think I've not done too bad. I've lost a cucumber, but you know, things seem to have gone okay. So I'll just take you around and I'll show you how it's all gone. Right, so most of my polytunnel has done very well. The tomato plants don't seem to have suffered at all. In fact, if anything, they seem to have thrived. Seems to be all doing okay here. The cucumbers are growing well. They need a climbing frame to grow up. The tomatoes look like they could do with a bit of a drink, but it's been too hot to get in here. I've got flowers on this tomato plant, And I've been keeping my asparagus bed watered while I've been waiting to be able to get in the garden to get them planted. I have decided after doing that poll that I am going to plant them in the ground. I won't have as much to look after, I've got less chance of losing them, and I've got a bed that I can put them in. So they are going to be going in the ground. But other than that, you know, I think everything did very well in here. Outside as well. So this is my finished water feature that I was showing you earlier that I was building on the yard. I've put some plants in it now and it looks really good. My little bucket on the top, it fills with water and then it drops down into the water feature, and that's a really nice feature for the garden now. It's going to be here outside the polytunnel for the time being, but once I've done the patio down there, it's going to go down there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that and how it goes. But as you can see out here, everything's done really well. The courgettes now have got flowers on them. The lettuce didn't bolt. These have done really well. The runner beans. This potato is nearly ready to harvest, but I think I'm going to give it a bit of a drink and see if I can get it to grow any further. But everything seems to have done okay. I put everything in buckets that needed to have a drink while I couldn't get out here. But yeah, I mean, my tomatoes look like they need a drink. Their potatoes need a drink. That's just happened today. So I'll give them a drink as well. But cauliflowers are coming on nicely. I need to tie the top leaves around it. But those curds have really come on nicely since last week. So I need to keep them covered so they don't go to seed before I get the chance to eat them. And then down here has done well as well. And then my other polytunnel. I mean, this seems to have fared really well. I think it's a squash. I'm going to grow it on this fence here. But the mulch seems to have worked to keep the moisture in. I think things in buckets, I was a bit optimistic in thinking that they'd do well anyway. So yeah, they need a good drink, which I'll do now. And then this polytunnel. It's the first time I've been able to get out here with it not being so hot. But yeah, this is all done very well as well. So the screens seem to have worked. Definitely going to do that again next time. In fact, I'm going to leave these up now for the rest of the summer. But yeah, no casualties in here at all. If anything, the heat has done the Cape gooseberry the world of good. So yeah, I just need to water my potatoes. But I'm very happy with how everything's turned out. So if I give these a drink now, maybe I can mulch them with some horse muck tomorrow, some farmyard manure tomorrow. I give everything a good feed, but not now. I'm tired with all the heat. I'm absolutely worn out. Right. So my cauliflowers have done very well. I'm really pleased with them. I'll definitely do them again next year. It's not about the amount you grow. I think it's about enjoying what you grow more than anything. My sweet corn have put on quite a bit of growth as well. And so's this, the Carvano Nero or Carvanero, whatever it's called. Some more cauliflowers coming through here. But yeah, very pleased. I do need to give my squash a feed because as you can see the leaves are starting to turn yellow with stress from all that heat. But look, I've got patty pan squash. Yay! Got some more down there. And the kale I put in as well. It's
put on quite a bit of growth. It's done very well with that mulch. And it's a bit more shaded here as well with being at the side of the polytunnel. So we're going to have a look at Gordon's garden. So the screen did a good job on the cabbages and the sweet corn. So I'm very pleased about that, very pleased indeed. Not too much going to seed going on in the squash, but I think in the spinach. So I think I'm going to have to do that again. And the onions are pretty much finished, I think. I don't think they're going to perk up too much because all the tops have died back. So I'll keep watering them and see if I can get them to grow any more. But I think that's pretty much it for the season with the onions. Everything just seems to be going to seed quickly at the moment with the heat. But my rhubarb bed hasn't done too badly. It's fared quite well. The rhubarb I planted the other day is starting to come through, so hopeful about that. I still want to get another Goliath rhubarb because I'm hoping to have lots of rhubarb for pie fillings and things like that. I'd like to do some rhubarb gin as well, but we shall see. So I just need to water this and get leaves on it, but I've got another half a bed there for some more rhubarb. I have seen a company that sells them, 3 plug plants for £5.95. So I'm going to get a few of them. So yeah, that's done really well. And this part of the garden, I'm surprised because I didn't get round to watering it at all. Has done very well. I've even got a rose. Ooh. I've even got a rose coming through on the little rose bushes that I planted. Have you seen these salvias? They're absolutely beautiful. On the camera they look purple, but they're absolutely midnight blue. Gorgeous. So yeah, the only thing I do think I need to water is my sea kale, but it's been buried under the borage. But it does need a drink. But other than that, I think everything's fared well here as well. I'm going to have a good crop of blackberries this year. The currant bed, the black currant bed, has now turned into the blackberry bed. But next year, it'll go back to being the black currant bed. No point trying to rescue it now. I'd rather have all those blackberries, although I don't know how I'm going to get in to harvest them, so I'm in two minds. So we'll have to see. I've got a bit of a video coming of me building this fence. One of the viewers suggested that I did a video of how I'm building it, so that's what I've done. I've done a bit of video footage for you, so I'll pop it in a video. It won't be Wednesday, it might be a week today, a week on Sunday, but I'll let you know when it's coming. But how I'm building my fence out of tree branches. Right, okay, I'm going to go and have a sit down. So the weather has been really hot. I mean really hot. I don't know whether you saw my post the other day, but it got up to 36 degrees in the co-op car park at 6:45 at night. So yeah, it was very hot. That was the hottest day. That was Thursday. Things are a bit more manageable now, but it's still hot. Still feeling very warm. But I'm glad all that really hot weather's gone. Sorry, I'm looking round. I'm looking to see if Sid's about. I haven't seen Sid the squirrel for a few days. I think it's been too hot. But I've left him some food out and I've left him some water, but I haven't seen him since Monday. Yeah, I think it was Monday. I gave him some food and he bit my finger because he was that hungry. But I haven't seen him for a few days. I've been busy up this part of the garden as well. I've been trying to finish off my summer house just behind you and my rose walk arches to get them finished because the storms blew them down, blew off loads of the branches. So I've been trying to rebuild them with some of the branches that I've got. So I might show you how to build one of them in another video that's coming. Because I try to use what I've got. I try to use the resources that I've got rather than going out and buying wood. I try to either scrounge it from somewhere or just use what's around me with the trees and the woodlands. Because Douglas fir, the conifer trees, and the hornbeam are really good wood to use for building things. So if you have that kind of thing nearby, do use it. Hazel as well, oak branches. Highly recommend them. But I'll do a video about that, about my structures. I've got a fence that I've just told you about as well that I'm going to be building. So I'll show you how to do that, and we'll do a bit of a talk about what sort of wood's best for it, how I tie it all together, that kind of thing. So I'll do a full video on that for you. But because I have had some interest of people asking what I do, so that would be good, wouldn't it? I'd show you more of the garden, but it's an absolute bomb site at the moment because I've been going around trying to do jobs, following the sun. So every time it's got shady in the garden, I've gone and done a job and then tried to cool down. So I've just been following the sun around the garden to find the shade. So I've got a bench in the middle of the garden. I've got plants everywhere. I've got wood everywhere. So I'd show you more of the garden, but it's just a bomb site, and it'd just be embarrassing to show you it while it's like that. But yeah, I'm really pleased as to how the garden came through it all. I was really worried that all my hard work in my veg garden was all going to go to waste. And I think if I hadn't have put the screening up and I hadn't mulched and I hadn't done the various things that I'd done, then I think I would have lost a lot more than I actually did. And I think having the raised beds built at the side of the polytunnel, behind the polytunnel where they don't get a lot of sun, I think has been a real godsend, really, because I think that it's saved a lot of my plants, apart from the potatoes. But they're going to be ready to harvest soon anyway, aren't they? So I'm not too fussed about that. But yeah, I can get back on with my other jobs now next week. Now the weather's cooling down. I've got potatoes to plant, but I won't be getting them till near Christmas. But it just means I'll have a nice harvest of potatoes for the winter. I've got my seeds sowing to do for autumn because I missed the gap for summer. So I'm going to do some more seeds to get through the autumn and the winter. So I'm going to do a lot of seed sowing in the polytunnel in the autumn and see if I can get some crops through the winter, growing in there in the winter. If I put plastic over the beds, then I might get a better crop. So I'm going to see how that works. But yeah, I'm just glad that heat's gone because it was so flipping hot. I hope you enjoyed my make, do and mend bit as well. I'm really pleased with how my little water features turned out. I've had that for 2 years. My brother bought it for me a couple of years ago and he said, "Oh, get it for your secret garden." But I think it's going to be really nice in the veg garden, but I can always move it. It's not a problem to move it. I don't know whether it would be nice up here, but I don't get a lot of sun. I get full sun down there till about 4:30. So it might be nice to leave it down there, mightn't it? But I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It turned out really well. So thank you, James, if you're watching. Thank you very much to both of you for the water feature that was supposed to be a planting bed. But you know, I can't look after annuals, they just die on me. So I've made it into a water feature. So it's still got plants in it, but it's got water as well. Anyway, if you're enjoying my videos and you're interested in my memberships, I do have a YouTube membership now set up on my channel, and you get behind the scenes footage in that. You get a recipe every month, you get a meal plan every month, you also get behind the scenes footage. I'll post shorts here and there as well for you through the month. I have been a bit lax. I know. I apologise to my members in advance for not having everything come in each week. But I've just been so busy. I really have been so busy. So you've got your recipe, you've got your recipe card and your meal plan coming up tonight or tomorrow. It is all up on YouTube, but I just need to get everything in place so I can send it all out in one go. And what else do you get? You get emojis as well. You get all sorts of stuff. And I am going to start adding more things to it. You also get a Q&A in the top tier. There's a Q&A as well, where you can post questions on a post that I post once a month to ask any questions that you've got. And then I'll put a video together or do a live Q&A to answer your questions. So if you want to join the membership, the link is in the description bar below. And there's a link in the I button in the top of the screen, the little I in the circle at the top. So do click on that and you can find that there as well. So I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I shall see you soon. I know it's been a bit chatty. I know it's been a bit vloggy, but that's just what I felt like today. So I'll see you in the next video on Wednesday, where we're going to have a sneak peek in the pantry at how that turned out. And also we're going to be making some bunting out of paper and violin to be able to put on the shelves. So I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your week and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.